Sharia-Free America. It's December 18th, 2025, and these are your headlines. 2 Texas congressmen have launched a new caucus in Washington aimed at what they're describing as the growing influence of Sharia law in the United States. Republican Representatives Keith Self of North Texas and Chip Roy of Central Texas announced the formation of the Sharia-Free America Caucus, with support from Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama. The group argues that Sharia law is incompatible with the U.S. Constitution and poses a threat to Western values. Self warned that countries in Europe offer a preview of what happens when Sharia influence spreads unchecked, saying similar forces are now at work in America. And Roy has echoed that concern, arguing that Sharia undermines freedoms such as speech, religion, and women's rights. Roy has introduced legislation that would bar foreign nationals who adhere to Sharia law from entering or remaining in the U.S. The lawmakers are also backing measures to block courts from enforcing foreign legal systems and to designate groups like the Muslim Brotherhood and CARE as terrorist organizations. State leaders, including Governor Greg Abbott, have recently issued similar warnings against the Islamification of Texas. Texas lawmakers scored several high-profile conservative wins during the 2025 legislative session, but a new economic scorecard suggests record spending undercut much of that progress. Exclusive ratings released a Texas scorecard by the Club for Growth Foundation reviewed more than 6,000 votes and scored 40 key votes, 20 in both the House and the Senate, assigning lawmakers an economic growth score from 0 to 100. While the group praised lawmakers for passing school choice, permanently repealing the death tax, and reforming unemployment insurance, it sharply criticized the legislature for historic overspending and limited property tax relief. The foundation pointed to the $338 billion biennial budget, the largest in state history, along with a $13.7 billion supplemental spending package, despite a $24 billion surplus. Republicans averaged 57% in the Senate and 54% in the House, while Democrats averaged just 14% and 15% respectively. Senator Bob Hall and Representative Brian Harrison topped their respective chambers, while former Speaker Dade Phelan ranked dead last among House Republicans. The group is urging lawmakers to rein in spending to drive long-term economic growth.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
The Trump administration is moving to cut off federal support for sex change interventions on minors, building on laws Texas already has on the books. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services announced today proposed rules that would bar hospitals receiving Medicare or Medicaid funds from performing puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, or related surgeries on anyone under the age of 18. Another rule would prohibit Medicaid and CHIP funds from paying for those procedures nationwide. Now, Texas lawmakers banned child gender mutilation in 2023, and Attorney General Ken Paxton has since pursued lawsuits against doctors accused of continuing to offer those treatments. State advocates say the federal move reinforces Texas's efforts and removes pressure on hospitals that rely on federal funding. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. also issued a declaration stating the procedures do not meet accepted medical standards. Meanwhile, the FDA is warning companies over the marketing of breast binders to children. Texas Nurse and Protecting Texas Children President Vanessa Sivage praised the action, saying it prioritizes evidence-based care and protects children from what she's described as unsafe and unethical medical practices. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.